Hey guys, it's AndrewAJT back for another video for you guys, and today we have a new video, top 10 ways to be wealthy on old school RuneScape. So a lot of people ask me all the time, how do I make my money on old school RuneScape? How do I afford my gear? Things like that. So today I'm going to be ranking down the top 10 things that I do, and you should probably be doing as well, to make a lot of money in this game. So this is going to be ranked in order of importance from least important to most important, but keep in mind that these are actually things that I recommend you do all of. So don't just pick something on this list and do that. I'd actually recommend you do everything on this list. And you may disagree with me about the order, but that's okay. This is just my opinion, and without further ado, let's get into it. So starting the list at number 10 is to quest your levels early on. This is extremely important for newer players or newer accounts. This is because quests give extremely good experience rewards that you cannot get from training. So for example, the waterfall quest will get you from 1 to 30 attack and strength in 30 minutes compared to hours it would take to train that. So basically you should do as many quests as possible, and it can be pretty easy to do these quests even at low levels because of things like the Ring of Recoil and safe spotting, which you see here. And if you're not sure which quests to do, take a look at the page on RuneScape Wiki. I'll put this in the description. Quest Experience Awards. It will tell you how to get XP for any skill at level 1, basically doing quests. It's very helpful. So number 9 is called the 3-month rule, and this is in regard to new items that come out in the game, especially gear and weapons. So I'm on getracker.com, and take a look at the item called the Vigora's Chain Mace. This is a very good weapon for killing revenants and wilderness bosses. So when this came out on around July 25th, how much was it? It was around 162 mil, and it actually went up around to 217 mil as well. So the rule is you do not want to buy new items until 3 months after they were released, because in the beginning these prices are ridiculously high and they are not worth paying. Now, because look at this, so this is 162 mil, and now look at today, the item has gone down to 19 mil. So you basically would have lost almost 140 mil or somewhere around there just by buying the item on release compared to buying it today, and that even wasn't a very long time ago. Now, if you had waited 3 months to around October 25th, which is right around here, or here maybe, yeah, it's 31 mil. So it's still gone down since October 25th, 3 months later, but it's gone down not really a ton. I mean, 10 mil, you could have easily made 10 mil doing Revenants or Callisto in that time. So again, you do want to basically wait as long as possible if you're not going to use the item, but if you're going to use the item a lot, at least wait around 3 months if you can't afford it, because the price is going to go down so significantly. You can save yourselves hundreds of millions by keeping this rule in mind. Coming in at number 8 is to get Barrows Gloves as soon as possible, because they give you extremely good melee, range, and magic stats that are going to make any combat form of money making much faster. And to do this, you need to complete the Recipe for Disaster quest, which requires 176 quest points. So you'll be doing a lot of other helpful quests along the way, which can help you make more money, not from doing the quest, but from things that are unlocked by doing the quests. And once you have all these quests done, you can also work for the quest cape, and you could also do achievement diaries, and all of these things make your account better, which in turn makes money making faster. Coming in at number 7 is to have a full house, and I'm not talking about Bob Saget, I'm talking about construction. You need to get your construction level up as high as possible, and to build everything that could possibly help you in your house. So there's so many things that can help you with a good player-owned house. The number one thing is the Ornate Pool, which gives you max HP, prayer, everything, run energy, anytime you drink from it, special attack. Even if you can't afford to build this, which you need about 83 construction with boosts, or I think actually 82, you can still build some of the lesser pools, which give you like run energy and stuff, which are still very good. You can build a fairy ring in your house for good transportation. You can build a jewelry box for even more teleports. I mean, look how many teleports this has on it for unlimited access. You can build other teleports, the Spirit Tree, the Wilderness Obelisk. You can save some bank space by putting your pet drops in there. You can build all these portals around your house. You can even build the new Nexus thing, which gives you a lot more teleports. You can build a Gilded Altar for training prayer quicker. It's definitely better to have that in your own house rather than someone else's. You can even have teleports to towns quicker, like I can get to Yanil very easy by having my house in Yanil. And yeah, there's really just so many things you need here. Just get the highest construction level you can and use all the boosts like Spicy Stews and the Crystal Saw to get more and more things built. And yeah, once you do that, it's very nice. There's so many things in here. You can change your spell book, you can teleport to the crafting guild. There are so many things in here that are extremely important. Number 6 on the list is to get good at PvP combat, or even just decent at it, because the better you are, the easier it will be to do things like PvM, because PvP can be very difficult, and if you get decent at it, you'll have a very easy time doing even the most tough bosses in PvM. And also, so many money-making methods these days involve the wilderness, so even if you just know how to handle yourself in the wilderness and how to tank PKers, you'll have a much easier time doing things like Callisto in the wilderness, which can net you very good money, or Venenatus, which is one of the most profitable forms of money making in the game. Coming in at number 5 is to pet hunt as much as possible for money and XP. By doing skills and bosses that drop pets, you'll make a lot of money in the process, and just for example, Saradomin is a great example of that for a boss, and by doing black Chinchampas in the wilderness, that's a very good example of it for a skill. Both of those things can give you a pet, and both of them make a lot of money. So if you have fun going for pet drops and go for many of them at a time, don't just grind one out or you'll get bored, you can make a shit ton of money. Number 4 on the list is to invest in lots of skills, because skills are always valuable since the day this game came out, whereas items lose value and depreciate over time. Even if you have to sell your gear to get your skills up, it's worth it, no matter what skill it is, because even if you see your friend in full Bandos and a Fury, look at his stats, they probably suck. I would rather be poor but have 99 prayer and 99 construction than to have the best gear in the world, because skills are always valuable and they will help your account no matter what skill they are. Construction and prayer are good ones to invest in, but even things like fletching and farming are worth putting the money into because they unlock diary and quest rewards, which are very helpful. Getting to the top 3 now, third on our list is to get a core social group of friends that you can skill or boss with, because doing things in groups in this game is way better than doing things by yourself. For example, I've done Zami solos where I get maybe 10 or 15 kills, and that is a very good trip. But if I go Zami with a duo partner, we could stay there literally as long as we want because the boss drops supplies. Literally, we've done 5 or 6 hour Zami trips. It's that much better doing it in groups and with friends than it is by yourself. So join a clan, join a Discord. If you don't have one to join, you can join ours, which I'll talk about in the end of this video, but it doesn't really matter which one you join. As long as you have people to do PvM and skilling consistently with, you're going to make a lot more money and you're going to have a much better time. So number 2 on my list is to find a lot of different bosses that you love doing. For me, for example, I love doing the God Wars bosses because they're a lot of fun and they're a lot of money. As you see here, this recent Armadyl chain skirt drop, that's 35 mil split between the two of us. So maybe God Wars isn't your thing. Maybe you would like Zulrah or Vorkrath. Maybe you'd get really good at raids. It doesn't really matter. Most bosses are very good money. Just find some that you like and find more than one, because again, with the thing with the pets, the more you have to do, the less likely it is you're going to get bored, because if you just grind one every single day, you will get bored. But if you have a bunch to do, for example, God Wars has 4 of them, you'll actually never get bored because it's always variety. So before we talk about number 1 on the list, I have a dishonorable mention, and this is not how to make money, but it's how to never lose money. Never, ever go staking, ever. Especially now because there's taxes when you stake, so you're literally losing money on average. And nobody on this earth has ever found a way to consistently make money through staking in an honest fashion. Avoid the duel arena like the plague because you will get cleaned eventually if you keep going. It will let you win a little bit in the short term, but in the long run, you are going to lose all your money. You can make so much money through PvM, PvP, other things like that, like we talked about in this video. There is no need to ever go staking, ever. And number 1 on this list, and this might surprise some people, is to train Slayer to 99 or as high as possible. Slayer is one of the best skills you can train in the game because it's good at almost all levels. It lets you train up your stats at low levels and make money at the same time doing it. Even if you're like 50 combat, go train Slayer. You'll have fun with the variety which we talked about. You'll get your stats up, you'll get a lot of money. Even in the beginning you can make a lot of money from clue scrolls, and once you get your Slayer up to the point where you can do bosses, you'll make a lot of money. And don't be afraid to spend money on Slayer too. Use cannonballs, use a blowpipe, do things to speed it up, because in the long run you will get that money back and even more. Slayer is just really one of the best uses of your time in this game, and it affects your combat, which basically speeds up all forms of money making that are combat related, which are many of them. So definitely get Slayer as high as possible, and in the long run, work to getting it to 99. It's a great skill. So that's it. That's the top 10 strategies to get wealthy on old school RuneScape. Do you guys agree with my list? Did I leave anything out that you would have added? Do you think my order was a little off? Again, I think you guys should be doing all of these things and not just pick one of them, because really they're all connected. There are some things I did leave out, like merching, which is something I'm not really good at and something I've never really done. That's something many people can look into, but overall, I think this list will get you a lot of money in the long run. Also, let me know in the comments, did you guys like this top 10 video? I never really do top 10, so I figured this would be a fun one to make just on my own personal experience playing the game. So if you guys like this top 10, feel free to let me know and also leave suggestions for other top 10 videos that I can make. I mentioned earlier in the video, if you don't have a clan, you can feel free to join ours. It's up on screen, AndrewAJT62, and we do lots of PVM and skilling, so feel free to join us. Even if you can't join the clan chat, feel free to join the clan Discord down below. People are organizing bossing in there all the time and posting pictures of their loot, which are always good to see. Please like this video if you enjoy, guys. That would really help me out. This video took a long time to edit, but it was really fun to make, actually. I had a lot of fun making this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click the bell to get notifications whenever I upload. You can follow me on Twitter down below. I'll follow you back if you play RS. You can follow me on Twitch down below. I do boss masses sometimes with the clan. You can also support us on Patreon if you'd really like to. Your support on Patreon means that I can work less hours at my day job and actually spend more time devoted to making videos, which is really cool. We don't really have much of a Patreon yet, but if I could get one in the future, that would be something that would be very, very cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys hopefully pretty soon. Take care, guys.